I, Dr. Santosh Singh, Associate Professor of Sociology, wants to share my opinions regarding National Educational Policy 2020 formulated by Indian government for the Indian people. The educational national policy are formulated by the government of India only to promote education amongst Indian people. We have to point out that this policy aims to universalize the pre-primary education by 2025 and literacy for all by 2025. It also proposes new curricular and pedagogical structure with 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 design covering the children in the age group of 3 to 18 years. Another plus point of this policy is that children learn languages more quickly than others, so it is based on multilingualism. Therefore, a three language formula has been proposed. It aims to consolidate 800 universities and 40,000 colleges into around 15,000 large multidisciplinary institutions. This policy proposes three types of higher educational institutions: research universities, teaching universities, and autonomous degree granting colleges. It also aims to provide autonomy to all higher education institutions, higher education institutions to be governed by the independent boards with complete academic and administrative autonomy. Its emphasis on mother tongue based education and oral language development. This is really very nice to know that this policy focuses on online learning as an alternative to regular classroom interaction between teachers and students. It also helps in achieving the twin objectives of cutting cost and increasing enrollment. National Education Policy of 2019 has strived a lot, and it has some guiding goals of equity, quality, affordable, accountability, and accessibility. We have looked at this sector as a very large education scenario so that we can achieve these goals by making more better infrastructures also. The National Policy on Education is a policy. First, it was made in 1968 by the government of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, the second by Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in 1986, and the third by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2020. There is also a provision that even the foreign universities will be able to open campuses in India, and in order to combat educational malpractices, and this will be soon passed by our parliament. This new educational policy has waited for 2.5 years, and hopefully this bill now found favor and gets passed quickly. The HRD ministry official also said that the foreign university bill will be a huge plus for education and enable students to stay in India rather than go abroad for higher education. The ministry is likely to seek cabinet approval for the bill and reintroduce it. India has more than 600 universities and around 35,000 colleges. In this policy, it has been made mandatory for colleges to get themselves accredited. The Indian Parliament on Thursday approved the bill to amend a law to abolish the no detention policy till class 8th by enabling state governments to allow schools to fail students. The Rajya Sabha passed the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Bill 2019. There are some drawbacks in this India's National Education Policy of 2020, and the first drawback is this draft policy is silent on the institutions of and agencies like the Higher Education Funding Agency. The policy does not address with sufficient clarity curricular, pedagogical, and teacher education related issues that will be needed for early literacy in many classrooms. The policy also proposes largely on oral activities for the pre primary grades, reading hours, additional hours for writing, and it contradicts evidence suggesting that young children can be taught listening, speaking, reading, writing simultaneously. It lacks discussion about what it takes to prepare teachers to successfully teach these foundational literacy in a multilingual country. It also recommends volunteers to be used but cannot be a primary mechanism to deliver literacy to students. It also doesn't tell us about the poor school and teacher accountability. With the democratization of knowledge and available of technology, the draft should have focused more on how to teach and not only on what to teach. The National Research Foundation is telling about the culture of research and innovation, but it is silent on the mechanism to be used to teach culture. In addition to these, in promoting the study of regional languages or teaching multilingualism to students, there is this English language is being neglected. Those who are fluent in the English language live in households with 3 times higher income than those without any knowledge of English. The report also does not emphasize enough the role and importance of state governments in imparting education to the masses. There are some challenges in implementation of this educational policy of 2020, and those are the draft NEP recommended doubling of public funding to 6% of the GDP and increasing overall public expenditure on education to 20% from the current 10%. This is desirable but does not appear to be feasible in the near future, given the most of the additional funding has to come from the states. Now, the higher education institutions will be restructured into 3 types. First, research in universities focusing equally on research and teaching. Second, teaching universities focusing primarily on teaching. Third, colleges focusing only on teaching at undergraduate levels. All such institutions will gradually move towards full autonomy, academic, administrative, and financial. The draft policy recommends establishing a national research foundation, an autonomous body for funding, mentoring, and building the capacity for quality research in India. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please like it, subscribe it, and press the icon bell so that you can get my future notifications. Thank you.